Hey everybody, welcome back. Out on the range again today after a nice little break after Area 6. I think I just needed a few days to myself just to kind of process the information, analyze, and honestly just have like a little bit of a mental reset. We're here on the range today working a lot with going 1-for-1 on steel. There's a few things that I've been dry firing that I want to try to implement into live fire to see if it's transitioning. So we're going to focus a lot today on pretty much just grip pressure, making sure I feel like each piece of steel has its own A zone. So I don't want to just see white and then just bash the trigger. I was missing a lot of steel at Area 6, a lot of makeup shots. So today is about fine tuning that, building confidence when I see steel, and just building good habits. That's pretty much it, right? Today's not going to be too complicated. It is going to be more of a stand and deliver shooting type of day. I might even slow stuff down a little bit, right? But I feel like it's very necessary. Just trying to build good habits right now. I have one more major, the North Florida sectional in early December, and that's going to kind of finish out my competitive shooting season for this year. So I have some time before that. So I just want to kind of really work the fundamentals and the basics leading up to that. But let's get right to it. Okay, so like I said, nothing too complicated today. I might keep this same array and just change the order, the shooting order of everything today. And if anything, I set up cones at, this cone's at 10 yards. I set up cones at 15, 20, 25, and 30. So if I want to challenge myself, I'm going to probably do it a bit more with distance today versus changing up the array too much. So first one, I'm just going to be at 10 yards. I'm just going to do a couple of dry fire runs, shoot everything left to right, and then go right to left, analyze. I set up the steel to fall. The big steel is set up to fall only if I really put like an A zone hit on it. So if I nick the steel in any way, it's probably not going to go down. So it's just going to force me to hone in a bit more on my dot and just be a little more patient, make sure I don't move the gun when I pull the trigger. Okay, so I'm just going to do a couple dry fire runs. And I mixed in that taller piece of steel in the middle just so I can actually transition to different heights so I don't just go straight across. So it's forcing me to just slow down a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to do this without a draw. So I'm going to start index on the right target and then I'm going to beep, transition to the left target and start shooting. And that's pretty much it, man. Here we go. Stand by. Okay. And as you saw, look, like I hit that steel just like a little off center and it didn't go down, right? So I need to hit it in the actual, what would be like the A zone target area. So clearly here, I mean, okay, I can pick up the shooting a little bit, like those are tight pairs on the paper. I could probably speed that part up. I'm only 10 yards away. And I put the hardcover there on the outside because I do have a tendency to over transition the gun. Right, I just have a tendency to really like rip it across. So that's just kind of forcing me to not over transition, like actually look at the center of the A zone and let the shots go from there. Okay, so overall, that was a 5.27. All right, here we go. Left to right again. Stand by. Okay. This was an over transition. I missed this steel to the right. Yeah, like 8-9 transition, just made that in the A zone. That's a Charlie there. Steel was fine. And you can see, like, by the hits on the steel, right? There's a slight over transition. That's still falling though. and then got a Charlie up high. So we're gonna go one more round, left to right. Like the little steels, those are gonna go down regardless. All right, but let's just try to clean up that shooting. All right, here we go. Okay, overall 482. So we're gonna say right now, under 5 seconds is the goal. Okay, let's just try to get all A zone hits here. Loaded, standby. Oh, did I miss one in the hardcover? Nope, no, okay. I felt myself tug that one low. I thought that was in the hardcover. So here's the thing about this round, another Charlie there. 105 transition, so I transitioned a little slower again because I felt myself over transition to the hardcover and I kind of had to come back. Okay, we're just gonna pace them up. All right, we're gonna go right to left. Okay, so same thing. 10 yards, just going right to left. So I'm just gonna get 1 or 2 dry fire runs and we'll get right to it. Okay, indexed here. Just making sure my grip pressures are set. Eyes, be patient. One more. All right, here we go. Stand by. Oh! Under transitioned on the 2 steel. Let's do a quick pickup. Yeah, I felt that one low right. Alpha Charlie there. Okay. And I mean, like a lot of right-handed shooters preferring to go left to right. So actually practicing going right to left is important. All right, so let's do that again. 478. I'm gonna have to slow that down a little bit, just making sure that dot gets there. Stand by. I thought I reset the top steel. I guess I didn't. Nobody told me. 2 alpha there. Alpha Charlie there. Have to skip over this one. Doy. I'm telling you, like the steel's not gonna fall unless you hit it. Yeah, Alpha Charlie. 2 alpha, okay. The steel's not gonna fall unless I hit it A zone or if anything a little higher. All right, so let's make that an adjustment. I'm just gonna dry fire it real quick. All right, here we go. That felt smoother in general, but stand by. Oh, and I nicked that top steel. Oh, the bullet came flying out. Yeah, 483, that was better. 2 alpha, better contact on that one. I nicked this one and it didn't fall. 2 alpha there, nice. Okay. I'm gonna do one more right to left just because I can tell it's not as comfortable for me. What do I have on the paper there? 1 Charlie, 2 Charlie. Okay. I can just tell it's not as comfortable going right to left. That was a 48392 transition to the hardcover. Stand by. Yeah, I hit that first big popper pretty low. 1, 2, Alpha Charlie there. You guys call that. I don't know. Yeah, a little low on this one again. Okay. 459 though. That did feel better. A little more smooth. Okay, so we're gonna paste up, change the order a little bit instead of going further back, just to work on our transitions. Okay, so we're still at 10 yards. I'm just adding a draw and changing up what I'm doing exactly. So just to give you a visual here. And I'm putting this camera here just so I can analyze my draw a little bit afterwards. But I'm gonna draw to this left steel, transition to the right steel, right hardcover, left hardcover. So I'm leaving the little steel down for now. I'm just trying to keep it a slightly lower round count at the moment. I'm only shooting like 150 rounds today. So it's just a 6-shot string right here. Okay. My goal in dry fire has been about like a 1.1 or 1.2 draw. So let's see. I mean, like, let's see if it's showing up today. Okay. On demand. Stand by. I did not have a good grip on the gun. My goodness. And it was a 158, terrible. Alpha Charlie there, Alpha Charlie there. Okay. Let's do that again. Not a good grip on the gun. Go through your routine. Stand by. That felt solid. 1.3. Okay. I think I tugged one down here into the hardcover. Yeah. Yeah, I felt like again, that's why I put the hardcover here, because I have a tendency to over transition. And I can tell I tugged it down a little. I hit the steel pretty solid though. Like that's better position on this steel. And this was Alpha Charlie again. That was it before. Okay. Just gonna grab a fresh mag. Come on. Go through your process. Stand by. .23 draw. Alpha Charlie there. So this was actually, I over transitioned and actually had to bring the gun back again. All right, and we're gonna go same thing. Add an extra bullet, let me just put it in my mag. Just drawing to the right steel. So right steel, left hardcover, right hardcover for a couple rounds. So we have about 16 in here, so I'll be able to get about 2 strings out of this. 17, okay, almost 3. Stand by. Not a great grip. 1, 2, 4. The steel didn't fall. I missed this steel. Alpha Charlie high. And the same thing there. Okay. Actually, no, that's 2 alpha. Okay. Here's the thing though, without a great grip, I really should have taken a second to like reconfirm the dot a little bit. Okay, I just shot for no reason. I saw the dot left of the steel and I shot it anyway. Like obviously that's not going to hit it, right? So let's be a little more disciplined. Stand by. I felt one high there. Let me check it out. Yeah, that's a Mike. That's not even a Delta or Charlie. I felt this one come. I just rode the recoil up. Transition, rode the recoil up, missed. Good hits on the steel. Alpha Charlie here, okay. I'm gonna switch it up a little. I'm actually gonna go further away and change up the order a little bit, all right? Last one we're really doing, because I only have about, let's see, 20, maybe like 45 rounds left. Just distance, okay, so we're at 25 yards. We might push back to 30 also. So I put up a tuxedo on the left and a pretty tight no shoot on the right. Those types of no shoots, for whatever reason, from distance has been bothering me lately. I've been miking them high. I haven't been hitting the no shoot. I've just been, during matches, I'll just miss high. And I'll even be taking my time. I'll be prepping the trigger and everything, and I'm calling good shots, and I think they're just sailing over. So I put a tight no shoot there just to kind of work on that, and I put the tuxedo just to make sure I'm not deviating left or right, and just kind of force me to hold my dot in the A zone. Otherwise, steel is the same. We're just going to draw to the tuxedo and then work left to right. Okay. Stand by. Oh no. Grip pressures weren't set very well. I'm going to leave that little steel down and do it again. I have it right to the mic on that hardcover. I have a no shoot there. So we're going to do that again. My grip pressure was not set coming out of the holster. Stand by. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay. That was better. 2 alpha there. Obviously didn't hit the steel. Yeah, like see, like this is what just happened. This was from before. Right, and like that's where I'm kind of losing my mics. Like I'm obviously, I don't want to hit the no shoot, but at the same time, believe it or not, I called a decent shots here. And that was just alpha Charlie, then it was alpha no shoot before. Okay, so let me just do a quick paste and pick up and we'll continue. Okay, so we're gonna go right to left from the no shoot target. Let's just try to get our draw up at least a little faster. Don't slow down just because we're further away, okay? Stand by. A little bit better. We got alpha Charlie on the no shoot. Is that alpha Mike? Why do I feel like one was to the right? Yeah. Yep. Alpha Mike there. Okay. I do. It's just so interesting. Like even through dry fire, until you actually feel recoil, I just feel like my grip pressure is changing. Right. I really need to bear down a little bit more. I'm not saying necessarily crush the shit out of the gun, but I can feel it changing. Usually when I'm transitioning, because it's almost like subconsciously my body's telling me, hey, you're not shooting right now. It's okay to ease off the pressure. We're going to go back to 30 yards. Okay, so similar to what we did at a closer range, draw to the left steel, go to the right steel, no shoot tuxedo. So we're not going to shoot the little steel in the middle. And then we're going to do one round right, left, left, right. All right, so 30 yards away. Stand by. Okay, my grip pressures, we're going to walk it down, felt better on the paper targets. It didn't feel great on the steel. Yeah, like those were, I mean, too Charlie, but very centered. Like it felt good here. It did not feel good here. Let me knock these down just visually. Okay, just, I guess, actually, I don't know. I guess if the tux line was actually on the alpha line, that I'm going to give myself a mic on that because that's bullshit. But so alpha mic here, too Charlie there. That felt okay. It's just a little off. Like that's in a sense, that's a tight Charlie from 30 yards. Yeah, grip pressures were not set well coming out of the holster. Okay, so let's go right steel, left steel, no shoot tuxedo to end it. No, I'm sorry. Right steel, left steel, tux, no shoot to end it. Sorry. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. Have your grip pressure set coming out of the holster. Come on. Stand by. Because I have one extra round, I'm just gonna go for the steel again and missed it high right, like right over its shoulder. And no malfunctions today. Okay, okay, we are extracting rounds. Did I call good shots here? Yes, okay, another 2 Charlie here. Good shot on the steel. I just missed that last one. Like, whoop. Much better. Bam, 2 alpha. 2-3-1 draw from 30 yards to steel. I mean, the crazy part is that used to be my draw from 10 yards to open paper. So I have to be happy with the results. All right, guys, that was a good, about 150 round practice right there. Honestly, nothing too exciting, right? Just kind of trying to see if the things I'm working on in dry fire is transitioning to live fire, which some is. I would say today was about like 50% as far as like the little skills that I have been working on in dry fire. Is it showing up here? Because even though I didn't live fire for the last like week or so, I was dry firing at home just to kind of touch the gun and feel stuff out. But yeah, grip, like setting grip pressures for me is so important. Not loosening them up when it's not necessary. Obviously, okay, yeah, when we reload or longer transitions and runs and stuff like that, okay, yeah, the grip pressures will change a little. But if you have an array like this, there's no reason really for you to shoot, release some pressure, re-grip it, shoot, release, right? It should stay fairly consistent through the array. So it's just a bad habit. I'm just trying to break out of myself at the moment. Obviously, my draw and having my grip pressure set right as I'm drawing the gun out, this should start like boom, like right here, they should be set. So as I'm presenting, I don't have to worry about it anymore. I do have a tendency to kind of like be loose. And as I'm pulling the trigger, that's when I'm like, okay, setting the pressure, which causes the dot to move the last second, or it slows down my overall draw because mentally I know I'm not ready to fire yet, hold on. And then it takes me another quarter second or whatever it is to actually break the first shot. So to me, it's like, that's why live fire is important, because you can sit there and do a sub-second draw and dry fire, but the second you know a bullet's about to go off in your hands, things change. So it's just kind of working on just transitions, being disciplined about my sight picture, trigger prep, especially in like a distance like that, 25 to 30 yards, smaller targets. I was focusing on prepping the trigger a little bit, so there's a lot of stuff going through my brain. But basic practice session today, nothing too crazy. Today, as of this video, is Thursday. I might try to hit the range this weekend to kind of do some movement stuff, but we'll see. I'm just trying to like ramp back up my volume of my training again, leading up to the North Florida in December. But other than that, guys, thanks for being here with me. Hope you made it to the end. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.